my charges are I got pulled over and I got caught with a firearm. It started from an argument with my girlfriend and her son, and I said some things I shouldn't have said. And he called the cops on me and I left. And when I got pulled over with a gun. I told him that I had the gun on me. And so they arrested me. Also with that, I'd had a text message with a 16-year-old girl that was inappropriate and I was wrong for that. And that got me an indecent behavior charge. So my charges are um, illegal possession of a weapon, illegal carrying of a weapon, aggravated assault of a dating partner with a deadly weapon, and indecent behavior. That is my charges. Since being incarcerated, I've taken a full 100% complete turn. I've led prayer calls since we've been here. I've taken the only good time class that they've offered, which was anger management. I passed that. I have zero write-ups. I try to be a model inmate. I'm so much more than what my charges say that I am. And given the opportunity, I want to be a poster child for the other side. What's to come? I have so much more to offer than what my charges say.
Okay. We appreciate that honesty and what you got to say. We'll take that into consideration. Lieutenant, would you tell us what kind of fellow he's been while he's been there? Do you know anything about him?
No, sir, I don't know nothing about him. I'm the lieutenant of the court decision. I'm not in the dorm with him.
Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant. We appreciate that. Anyway, okay, we'll move on to the supporters of your getting this parole that are here with us, and I'll let them decide who's going to speak first. If you stand up there at the podium, introduce yourself, speak loudly to us, and
Good morning. I'm Cindy Wilks. Derrick is my son. It's my first time ever doing anything like this, so forgive my nervousness. When you look on the screen, you see a man in orange, a number, and a list of his infractions, rightfully so. When I look at the screen, I see my son. I see someone I miss every day. I see someone who answered the call to duty, the military. When he was 18, 19 years old. In service, he became badly hurt, was honorably medically discharged, sent home with a thank you and unlimited prescription of highly addictive narcotics. Within his recovery of his injuries, he became addicted to those painkillers, and during that time, started doing other substances to keep things going. And during that altered state of mind, he made bad decisions, infractions. And I also see a man who stands accountable for what he's done, responsible for what he's done. I see a change in him. I see a sober man who is sober today, who is a highly skilled barber, who is ready to get back out, build his clientele again, and become a productive member of society. I see the daddy of my teenage granddaughter who desperately misses her dad, needs her dad at this critical time in her life. He does call her every day, speaks to her every day, does what he can while he is incarcerated. But I know she needs so much more from him. I see him healing through a community, a family, his faith, and the man you see is a good man, a kind-hearted man, compassionate man who took a wrong path, but is accountable, has been doing his time, staying, good behavior, and is ready to become a productive member of society. And I hope you give him that opportunity.
thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your comments. Next would be the father, I take it.
Yes.
Second. My name is Dwayne Hill. My son. Very hard. She said a lot of things I wanted to say. He was my son. Growing up, we were side by side, and everything we did was good. Said he chose to go in the military. While overseas in Germany, he got both his shoulders injured. They put him on severe medications over there. It started him on the wrong path. And he took a bad turn. And we did everything in our power to try to change things, but you know, it's like a monster on your back unless you get proper, and I don't know how to say it, education, healing, or whatever. It's hard to get rid of. I'm not going to say being locked up was a blessing for him, but I think it changed him in a lot of ways, made him come to the realization that he messed up in the things that he done. And why he done the things that he done was because of the medications that he was on. It's a great kid. Good home. I had started 2 years. What's on that? If he can't be released, if he can be transferred to another facility closer that could get him into programs that he can start working his way through while he's in there, that would be wonderful. If he gets out, he's gonna move in with his mom and I, and we'll make sure that he goes to classes. It's, I'm asking for a chance.
Okay, thank you, sir. We appreciate what you had to say.
I'm a sister, my name's Leanne, and, I'm his other mom, is what you'd always call me, because I'm the oldest, but, much of what they said is exactly what I would say, other than the other part that's missing in this whole situation is the fact of my niece. She starts high school this year, and he is her rock, and he's not there, and he's not there to support her. He is on the phone, but he's not there every day to support her in person. And now that he's in prison, he's not able to support her financially either. And I take care of his finances and everything, and that's cut off with him being in prison. He no longer has any money coming in. So that's a bigger issue that he can't help her with, things like that. So, if he's not able to be out, at home with her or with us, for us to help that way, if nothing else, we can get him in a work release program, that would be great. But most importantly, we love for him to be home so that he could be there to support her in everything that she does, and for us to support him as well. Because he is more than a number, and he is more than a person that you see in the street. He is a military veteran, and he is a really good person at heart, but the drug addiction took over his life, and
Okay.
within that. So,
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate those words from you. And we'll take that into consideration also. Mr. Tillis is the lead investigator on this particular case. So, Mr. Tillis, do you have any questions for him?
Yes, good morning, how are you?
Good, thank you very much.
Good. How long have you been incarcerated?
2 years.
2 years. And what classes have you taken? I heard you say anger management. Is that the only one?
It's the only one that's been offered in the 2 years I've been here.
Have you tried to get some others?
Absolutely. I've tried everything we can, but that's the only class that was ever offered. So I
Okay.
took it. I made sure and enrolled and took it and passed it.
Okay. What did you learn in anger management? Tell me about it.
First of all, to take a step back. Um, Slow to speak, quick to listen. Anger is a lot of cause of a lot of people's problems, and if you don't get to the root cause of anger, you're not gonna get through none of the problems. I realize that anger isn't the way. Understanding's the way. And if we sit back and we listen and we take into consideration other people's feelings, because we don't control other people, we don't control situations. God controls situations, and I've learned that I'm about to be 42 years old. I have to be 42 years old. You know, anger leads to nothing but destruction, and it's caused me destruction in my life, and I'm over that. I'm through with that. I want to live out the next part of my life with peace and joy and happiness. And through anger management, I learned that there's tools to use, and I plan on using those tools.
Okay, thank you. Have you tried to, or like you said, I heard you say you are trying to get some more classes, but I think a sexual abuse class would be good. I don't know if
Absolutely, but they don't offer nothing like that. Nothing.
maybe you should try to get them to move you to a facility where they give these classes. And I don't know,
Right.
we could
We can recommend it.
we can recommend that you be moved to a facility that offer those classes, and I hope you take them and take advantage of them. I have no more questions.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's that?
yes, I agree with what Mr. Tiller said. And I'm very happy to know that there is always this problem, sometimes in smaller facilities, that classes that people need are not available. So I agree with him. We try and find out what we need to do to make a recommendation. Because you also had a previous domestic abuse battery charge against you, which caused you with a problem with the drug charge. And you mentioned the text message, and we're not going to go into that, but they were of a sex statute to a 16-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
And just now in the legislature, they've passed a grooming law. So that if this would have happened, like next month or something like that, you would have had that charge against you also. So I see here you have 7 years in the Louisiana Department of Corrections, all but 4 is suspended upon release. 3 years of that is going to be supervised probation. So you got a big break because you had indecent behavior with a juvenile, aggravated assault upon a dating partner, possession of a firearm, or carrying a concealed weapon by a person convicted of certain felonies of domestic abuse battery, illegal use and control of a weapon, and crimes of violence and controlled dangerous substance. So with all of that, I think you got a light sentence and a personal opportunity to make better with yourself after you get out. I've got one comment from the DA. It says, given the offender's long history of domestic violence and his actions towards his victim, we believe he has not served sufficient time to merit release. And that's the only written statement I've got from law enforcement concerning your incarceration. I don't have any other questions.
Okay, and I don't have any questions too, either. So I guess it's time for us to vote, Mr. Tillers.
Yeah.
I have right quick. Can I speak? I have before I got incarcerated, I did take a class called Darkness to Light, which is about sexual assault and things of that nature with the juvenile. I have taken a class. I did pass that class too. It wasn't provided by DOC. I took that before I was incarcerated. I just
Okay.
wanted to put that out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're doing better and you're trying to do better. I believe you are. I think we're going to recommend that you be moved somewhere to get some more advanced classes in sexual abuse. But today my vote's going to be to deny, and I wish you well.
And I concur with Mr. Chillis, and I do agree that I'm gonna write in my comments, like he is, that you've been moved to a facility where you can get the classes you need. Sexual classes, but also, domestic violence from too.
Okay, you need 3 votes to get out. And certainly you can see that you don't have that. My vote would have also been to deny because of a lack of programming. So it's going to be our strong recommendation that you be moved to a facility that will offer you some, number one, substance abuse. All we've heard around here was about drugs
That's true.
from your relatives. So you got to have some severe substance abuse counseling training. You have the sexual issue that's got to be dealt with in the training, and we've got the anger issues of the domestic abuse charge. So it's kind of like Ms. Stapleton said, it's all wrapped up in one big old package. And I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but we need to get that dealt with before you're released, for your own good and for the good of society. Therefore, at 9:43 this morning, your parole has been denied.
Should parole so early in your sentence even be possible? Is this justice for the victim's family? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe for new videos every week.